'69 being the date and the year, those Waterloo sportsmen and more did appear, oh, to view the great prizes and bear them away, never counting on Ireland and Master McGrath. On the 12th of December, that day of renown, McGrath and his keeper, they left Lurgan town, and again in the channel it soon drove them more. On the 13th they landed on the fair England shore, and when they arrived there in great London town, those bland English sportsmen they all gathered around, and one of those gentlemen gave a ha, saying, "Is that the great dog you call Master McGrath?" Lord Lurgan stepped forward and he said, "Gentlemen, is there any among you have money to spend? For your great English greyhound I don't care a straw. 5,000 to 1 upon Master McGrath." White Rose stood uncovered with great English pride, her trainer and owner were both by her side. Oh, they let her away and the crowd cried hurrah for the pride of all England and Master McGrath. As Rose and the Master they both ran along, "I wonder," said Rose, "what took you from your home? You should have stayed there in your Irish domain, and not come to get laurels on all the plains." "Well, I know," says McGrath, "we have wild other gods, but you'll find in old Ireland we have good men and dogs. Lead on, bold Britannia, give none of your jaw, for I'll garnish your laurels," says Master McGrath. Oh, there she led off, what a beautiful view, as swift as the wind o'er the green field she flew. He jumped on the hare's back and he held up his paw, "3 cheers for old Ireland," said Master McGrath. Well, I've known many greyhounds that fill me with pride in the days that are gone, but it can't be denied that the greatest and the bravest the world ever saw was our champion of champions, old Master McGrath. Come here, Margaret.